Hey everyone, welcome back to my workbench. I realized, um, so here I am. I gotta close out Firefox. There we go. That's better. All right. So welcome back to my workbench. I realize it's been a little while since I've made one of these. Um, last time I think I introduced the the analog digital Jaguar control. Sorry, the 5200 controller, and I got that out, and I'll say an overlay version. Next time I make one of those overlays, I'll do a video on that one. But surprisingly, this is where it all started. These are Atari Jaguar controllers, and I started out with 5200 controllers years ago with the converting these guys to be compatible with the Atari 5200. Um, with Advent, I came out with the true analog this uh, January 2024. It's July right now, and I've sold quite a few of them, and I've been surprised. Still getting a pretty steady stream of orders on the Jaguar conversion. So I find that interesting. One of these supplied by a custom. Why is my main camera not working? Oh dear, oh dear. All right. There it is. That was weird. So back in, like I said, back in January, released analog. Still getting a nice constant stream of these coming in. This one was sent in. I offer either you send in your own Jaguar controller if you have one, or I just buy them off of eBay and convert them myself. So this one sent in by a customer. This one is purchased, and I got one more. I have 3 orders for these right now. I'm surprised I'm still getting a pretty constant stream of orders for the conversion. I'm not complaining. It's just I find it kind of interesting. It's still chugging away. Man, it's been so long. Where the heck is my screwdriver for this thing? This is actually number 1 screw I need for the screwdriver. Oh dear. Let me pause a second, look for a tool. So somewhere along the way, I lost a screwdriver. So, yeah, this is made these for several years before, and I've always promised to come with an analog controller, and I was glad to make good on that. So these, of course, these end up being digital style controllers because tis the nature of the beast. So we'll start out with just one at a time. I don't want to swap parts between 2 different controllers. So I usually end up doing is reusing some wire. I'm almost tempted to try. I've been thinking of trying a slightly different way to do this board here. So this might take a little longer than I usually do, but I'm really thinking of trying something a little different here. And this is just the old cord. Don't need that. 15 pin, but different. It uses a 3-row instead of 2. This is actually the you'll see these controllers. There are they're either going to have black or gray buttons. This happens to be a gray button one, so this is actually, when I get to the other controller, you see it actually looks a bit different from this. A lot of the electronics wise, very similar, but there are some differences, mostly in how the keypad section is handled. So cable. Don't need that. This is the, and I've actually seen variations where this board and this board are actually two different revisions, which is actually not a lot of, I could tell just by looking at this board. This is one of the older ones. Some of the newer ones actually had a red nib in the center here, and they omitted this feature on the joypad. So you get from ripping a lot of these apart. So I might need a little bit of cleanup later, but that's okay. So gently open this up, not breaking any tabs on it. I'll probably use some alcohol to clean this up a little bit. Definitely was used. A lot of the other controllers I buy are like new old stock or very little wear, so they look like new when you open up. This one's got, someone actually used it and loved it. All right, so, or at least tolerated it. And then next up, I'm just going to go through and desolder this. This is just, where's my can here? So yeah, I'm 50-50 if I'm going to try a new little design or if I'm just going to stick with the classic modification. Luckily, my old eyes are still good enough for work at this distance. Different version I've seen before. Sinoka. Usually, that's interesting. I've not seen that before. Kuitang. That's a little different. I haven't really not seen this version before. Electrically shouldn't matter. Like I said, I'm still kind of surprised people are buying this. Not that I'm complaining. Well, I think my only complaint is the cost of the darn controllers have gone up so much. Oh, I used to get them for like 2 for $25, and I should have just bought a ton of them. And now they're like close to $40 a pop at the cheapest, usually 50. That was a nice, good, clean desolder job there. That's pretty clean. This hot glue. So yeah, get that nice and desoldered. Then there's just a little modification work I need to do here. Oh yeah, this one's different than the other ones. Oh, I always forget. Actually, I cut here. Yeah, this is the kind of weird one. I haven't done a gray button in a while. Hold on. I got a reference design down here. Get up here. What are you hooked on? Seriously. Hold on a second. So this is my reference design. Prototype here. Yeah, little bits and pieces are flying everywhere. I know. So this one is the same, yeah, same revision there. All right, I'm just gonna mark this real quick. Oh. So I gotta make a script that, cut this, bridge these two, and cut this. All right. So this is the old prototype. Get this out of the way, and I am going to. You still work, but you're kind of ugly. All right, so now we have. I need a cord. Yeah, I'm going to do a little different this time. Let me pause a second, grab some other parts. All right, so this is going to be one of my. I haven't done a big revision in quite some time on this, so why not? Not going to hurt anything. Might need to do some investigation on the colors. They're going to be a little different. This one is a new cord and a new internal board here. So a couple changes. Where is trusty microscope? Now, this is just a little 1 millimeter pitch. No, 2 millimeter pitch instead of 2.54, which is 100th thou. Let's make sure I get good solder joints. I can't tell naked eye. There we go. So this is gonna this will be first one of this revision. This is technically going to be a version 3.0. Version 1 was the initial, and then the 2 is when I switched to having adjustable pots instead of fixed resistors. So this will be 3, which will have this new internal board. Well, I'm fighting with this. I have a solder bridge. This is only 2 millimeter spacing. That's no good. There we go. I cleared it up. I've had no luck with solder wick my entire life. Never done well with it. I'm sure people get good at it, but never could get solder wick working well. I use a solder sucker or I use hot air. Both work really well. So right now I'm just going through and soldering a bunch of connections on here. I do have a microscope I can hook up to the PC. This one actually you can hook to the PC as well, but you just get a little bit of lag. You want something that's like really like real time ish when you're doing solder. So you can see what you're doing. I can smell the old flux. That early 90s flux. It's got a different smell to it than the modern stuff. I don't know why, but you can definitely smell the difference. Alright, so now we have new header pins on there. And these are little cute little boards, which should work just fine for what I need, and it shouldn't interfere at all. Yeah, plenty of room. Okay. So we just have to remember 3 on each end. Just make sure. Mark it for myself so I don't use. So 4 in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't use those. And then 3 on this end. 1, 2, 3. Just so when I go to solder, I don't try to go there because there's going to be no connection there. All right. I gotta pull up a diagram here. I go up a level. Oh, so this is really different colors. Oh, darn. Okay. Why is this so different colors? Shucks. All right. It's contemplating here. All right, so I'm gonna have to go in and create a copy of this document and this drawing. You can't see it right now, but I need to go through a drawing here and fix all the colors before I go any further. All right, so that's gonna be it for soldering for now. And I'm gonna figure out how to revise this. Otherwise, I'm gonna be an unhappy camper trying to figure out what goes where. Where's my OBS? Yeah, so I'm going to go through and revise this. I use KiCad for all my development work. Everything I do is open source, so the tools at least. All right. I think I'm gonna end it early tonight. It's still 19 minutes long. I'll stop here. I'm gonna go through and revise my schematic, and then I'll finish. Next video, I'll solder this together and show what's what. I have 2 more of these to do after this one, so I want them all to be wired the same way. So everyone, thank you for watching, and thank you for your orders. So I got one already boxed up for tonight, and then I'm working on these 2, then I have 1, 2, 3 more or 4 more analog controllers I'm working on right now. So yeah, a lot more business than I expected, but thank you. And if you have questions, throw in the comments or visit my website. It's retrogame.cyberfreak.com, and Cyberfreak is with a PH, not an F. And I will see you next time.